Starscream lives again! Well, in bootleg ghost form he does anyway. So this is a straight up bootleg of the Takara Henkei Classics Ghost Starscream. This is one of those bootlegs that tries to be extra sneaky by just straight up copying the original packaging, including the original company's name. So for the most part, this looks exactly how the original Henkei Ghost Starscream's package looked. There is some cracking on the bubble though, which might be due to slightly cheaper plastic use than the original might have. Sneaky, sneaky Seeker Aces Ghost Starscream. We know you're not legit. Oh, they even gave us a little trading card of Ghost Starscream on the card back. Sweet stuff. This bootleg card's gotta be worth big money, right? No! Glad the bootleggers kept all the twist tie style packaging. We got all our instructions in Japanese, so it'll be a big help. One important thing to remember though is do not feed Starscream's ghost to Pac-Man. That'll be a big facepalm moment. So here is Ghost Starscream looking pretty cool in his jet mode. Honestly, this is one of those bootlegs where it's pretty hard to tell this from the original. The plastic quality feels pretty solid and everything looks really nice on it. They've even got the chroming going on the shoulder cannons. And you can see Starscream's got his Decepticon logos on his wings, just as he should, and there's nothing weird or off about them. He's also got the smaller Decepticon logo on the end of his nose cone. So let's get to transforming Air Commander Starscream! Since I have this mold, a few times, I should know how to transform him for the most part, though it's been a while since I've transformed Starscream. This is the part I do not remember quite how to do right here. Is this? Yeah, this pops out. That's how you do that. Whoa! Ah, what's happened to me? You're alright, Starscream. You're alright. You're alright. Starscream, look at him transform. Starscream, he's the best transformer. I mean, besides Rodimus Prime. Don't make fun of Rodimus Prime. People will be mad. We're getting there. We're Starscreaming him. I guess we're there. Whoa. Starscream before your eyes. What? Put his null rays on. So, for the most part, transforming Ghost Starscream felt pretty good, though I will say some of the limbs feel a little looser than they probably should. Like, one of his legs feels a bit loose compared to the other one. There are a couple kind of weird white marks on my Starscream's head, which I guess is a sign of the bootlegging. This is a bootleg that is kind of filling a bit of a purpose though, as the legit Ghost Henkei Starscream is super hard to get at this point and it's gonna cost way too much money. Like, if you could get a legit Henkei Ghost Starscream at a decent price, that'd be nice, but that's just not happening with this guy. It's really hard to tell with a lot of the listings on eBay at this point if it's an official one or a knockoff, and at this point I think the knockoffs are generally going for at least around $50, so luckily for me I'd gotten this guy quite a few years ago. Honestly, getting a lot of the Henkei Seekers is kind of tricky. I think the Seekers Aces box set is still the best way to go for Skywarp and Thundercracker. So while I don't have an official Henkei Ghost Starscream to compare this guy next to, I at least have the Seeker Aces Starscream. One big difference you'll notice between Ghost Starscream and Seeker Aces Starscream is just the color of the arm cannons. The Seeker Aces ones are just completely gray, and while the single release of Henkei Ghost Starscream did have a bit more blue and chroming going on. There wasn't as much blue as there is on Ghost Starscream. There are also a few other little changes here and there on the Henkei version versus the Seeker Aces one, like this little white outline around Starscream's crotch, and then there's this little touch of yellow on his legs, which isn't on the Seeker Aces one. Honestly, the biggest issue with this guy is just his right leg being a little loose. I mean, it's not horribly loose or anything, but you can feel it's a bit looser than it should be. That issue is absolutely not present on my legit Seeker Aces Starscream. I'd also say the bold Seeker face looks much nicer on the official figure than the bootleg Ghost Starscream. Though I'm not 100% on how much of that is just how the Ghost Starscreams were decaled in the first place, or just how the bootlegs look. I think his face still looks a bit better than my classic Starscream though, which is kind of sad. And his missiles really fire! Whoa! Just like he never did on the show, because he just shot lasers out of them. Ghost Starscream doesn't have Decepticon logos on both sides of his wings, but I guess maybe they're just playing with the fact, that he's transparent. So really, this is a pretty nice figure for the most part, but it's also a pretty annoying one in some aspects, as not everyone's going to be okay with getting a knockoff. And this Ghost Starscream makes it incredibly difficult to know what you're actually getting. The way to get the legit version of this figure originally was as a mailway offered in the Transformers Generation 2009 Volume 2 magazine in Japan. So yeah, a few of us missed out on that one, and now the bootlegs are all over the place, which almost look the same and are of similar build quality, which is nice if you just want one regardless of where it came from, but kinda sucks if you want a real one. The details are pretty spot on, and the bold Seeker face isn't quite as sharp as the Seeker Aces one, but is better than classic Starscream. And it's fun to play around with the lighting on this translucent figure. You get a real nice ghost glow shining a UV flashlight through old Screamer here. 9. A straight up mold copy and a straight up copy of the original packaging. 0. Again, there's been no changes, and you know exactly why they knocked this figure off. 0. I get the idea with the Ghost Starscream package being all blue like this, but it really doesn't make for much visual interest, and I'm not a fan of the almost all plastic bubble packaging like this with 10,000 twist ties. 1. Again, the biggest knocks on this knockoff are a loose leg and a couple of light marks on the head, and this still looks better than the classics release in most ways. Also, hey, this bootleg gave me the correct arm cannons for both arms, unlike the classic Screamer I got. 9. And the bootleg's odds overall is 8. It's a tricky bootleg, but it makes it easier to get a figure that you likely only had a ghost of a chance to get originally.
Thundercracker Skywarp, your leader is back in ghost form! If Screamer's a ghost, does that mean we have to listen to him, Thundercracker?
I don't know. It's kind of a coin toss which is worse, the ghost of Starscream or crazy old Galvatron.
Yeah. Well, you two better follow me or else! Can he still shoot us as a ghost?
I don't even know how robots have ghosts, to be honest with you, Skywarp.
Because we have a spark or something, I don't know. I learned that lore when I did a little time traveling and met a bunch of Maximals in the past.
Maximals? What the hell are those?
Ho ho ho! Wouldn't you like to know, Thundercracker?
I, regret asking the question.
Wait a second, weren't you two transformed by Unicron into Cyclonus and Sweeps? Oh, don't get us pulled into that conversation again, Screamer. That was confusing as hell. I liked being Cyclonus, or Clone Cyclonus who never showed up again. He was smarter than me. Well, the good thing is you two look much more handsome now that you're back to your old selves. That's right. We've got the bold seeker face again. Sure, but I was just saying that because you two look like me again. Oh, come on, that's just rude. You don't need to make everything about your ego, Screamer.
Hey, Seeker friends. Apple keeps changing how my connections work and I can't plug myself in anymore. Little help?
I found Iron Man! If you want the connection made, you better give me a new body now!
You shall have it.
I live again! Wait, really? It's that easy to come back from death? I guess so.
You gonna plug me in, Starscream?
Oh, you know, do it yourself and all that.
I should have known. Now you will all pay.
You ran out of power? Yep.
Nice one.